Okay, now that we have our tables and we inserted records, let's actually do some queries. Okay, so in my tables, I have a orders and an automobiles where I have records in both. So let's just look at both results, record results in each one. And you can see right here, it created two tabs down here, one for the automobiles and one for the orders. In the automobiles, I have three records for each one of these cars, okay? The Honda, the Toyota, and the Tesla. You may ask, why didn't this auto increment start with 1? And that's because I inserted records before for testing and then I deleted them. So it continues on to the next number, which is 4 in this case, okay? In the orders table, we have two records right here. Okay, so let's just take it to the simplest form. And what I can do is, I'll show you different ways you can do this. I can say select only the make and the model and just show those two fields. The asterisk says return everything. I can say within here where make equals Honda. I can do something like make like starts out with HON and then a wildcard, which is the percent, and it returns anything that starts with HON, which is still just Honda. If I did Toyota, show the Toyota. The like you want to kind of use sparingly, but it comes in handy. Okay. So now I'm going to show you, I can do a count. So I can say how many records are in this table. I can do count asterisks. It says 3. It's better to actually just do one field because when you count asterisks, it's a little bit more taxing on the database engine. And I want to give it an alias or a unique name that shows up here instead of count 3. I want to do tally. And it shows the tally. I can do things like the order. Order by make. And it goes from high to low. If I want to do descending, I can change it to descending. By default, it's ascending like that, which goes from A, B, C. If I can change it to descending, you see it goes top down, Toyota, Tesla, Honda. Okay, now let's look at the actual orders table with it. And this is where the real power comes in SQL. We have tables which defines data in a certain structure. And then if you need to actually join the data to be able to see more, so you could see not only the order, but the car, make, and model of it. So in this case, I have autos, 4, 5, and 6 IDs for the unique make and model. And then each order. So you could have multiple people buy this car ID 4, which is the Honda Civic. Okay. So this order table may grow to 1 million records if you're really good at selling. Automobile table is only going to be as big as how many automobiles you sell. So let's say you only sell 10 different automobiles, there will only be 10 records in here. Okay, so what I can do is I can say select asterisk from automobiles, inner join orders on, and then I can say orders order ID equals automobiles order ID. And I actually have something wrong there. And in this case, it's really simple. I'm not joining by the order ID because that's only in the orders table. I'm joining by the auto ID, which is the unique ID for the cars. And then for each vehicle that you purchase, you have an auto ID. And you can see the result here shows you, hey, here's your order ID. Here's the car, make, model, year. Then the order, the person who bought it, Jim Jack Corn, on this date, and then his unique auto ID, okay, for it, or actually the auto ID for the car. And it's showing twice here because I did asterisks, which means that I'm returning all the fields in the automobiles table and the orders table. I would probably want it to be like this. Return the auto ID, the make, the model year, the order ID, the order name, and the order date. Okay. Oh, so it says right here that the auto ID is ambiguous, which means that it's both in the orders table and the automobiles table, which means on this, I need to define where I want this auto ID to come from, and I'm going to put automobiles. So it's the automobiles auto ID, which is the same as what would be in the order table, but the database needs a note specifically. And there you go. You get the auto ID, the make, the model year, order ID, order name, and order date. And also within here, if I want, I can even do a where clause, and I can say where automobiles auto ID equals only 4. So I want to just see any Honda Civic records, and it only returns that one. So as you can see, this is very powerful to inner join these two tables together, and showed us unique records that are interjoined. If the records, the auto IDs don't match up, it doesn't return anything at all.